Previously on the Vampire Diaries.
Slow it down. Sipping on propane. Sipping on propane. Sipping on.
Have you had any blackouts? Instances of lost time?
Listening to scissor, yeah, sipping on some scissor, riding with Rodrigo while she's driving through the suburbs. Jeremy's ghost exes, right? Sending him ghost Texas. I bet before they left he got to get him some ghost beat. Okay, let's go. Pour out the brothers bond. Season 4's coming on. Ashley P chop it up about what's going on. Devin is 8 for B, trying to kill OGs. Tyler hybrid side. Caroline turns 18. Here comes season 4. Someone bolt the door. Get the diary out. It's time for fan meeting now. Woo!
All it's best you had to drop a human blood. Since a knife running drive a lane off of a great bridge.
Hello, welcome to the Vampire Diaries, the Vampire Diaries podcast, where a guy is watching the series for the first time with a super fan who has seen every episode. I'm the titular Petey. Let's just say I put the Petey in Vampire, but please call me Pete. And I'm here with my co-host and co-parent, Ash. Hello, Ash.
Hello, Pete.
Ash, vampire news.
Oh, okay.
You got any?
Oh, I thought you were about to hit me with some vampire news. I do not.
Renfield now streaming. No, it's probably something like that. But Ash, we watched episode 1 of The Idol.
Oh, yes.
The new, huh?
I said, oh, yes.
Oh.
I think I remember what you're going to say. That's my reaction.
Yeah, we watched episode 1 of The Idol, the Weeknd's show, and he's like a Dracula in it, basically. And we were like, this would be so much better if they were just vampires.
If they were actually vampires, yeah.
Because they're just walking around like they're vampires, but then there's no neck sucking. There's other stuff.
For sure. Yeah, we were like, oh, I hope that they just are, like at the end of this first episode, that's pilot, that they're just vampires, but they weren't.
No, and even The Weeknd had his hair kind of like a Dracula, and it seemed like he was wearing a cape and walking around.
Mm-hmm. They should have been vampires.
So that's pseudo-vampire vampire news.
True.
Apologies again for last episode. It was echoey, I guess. Mm-hmm. I hope people listen to it. I wouldn't. I
didn't, but I don't usually because I'm speaking on it.
Yeah, we couldn't talk about that again for an hour. So,
no, I was like, there's no way we're re-recording. So.
No, so y'all got, that's the lost episode.
You can listen or skip, your choice.
Yep.
But it's there for you.
But now we're back.
We're back. And not echoey, but
we hope. I mean,
jiggling ice by accident.
Lord willing, this is recording correctly.
Yeah. And also I have a little bit of allergy stuff going on, so you're welcome for my raspy voice.
Oh, yeah.
Enjoy it while it lasts.
We've had different ailments throughout this series of this show.
We're just living our lives. That's what happens.
Yep, there'll probably be some pugs snoring until we get paid a bunch of money to fully finish our studio, which we do have one, and it looks great. It's very professional, but until we start making slightly more money on this podcast, we're going to have pugs snoring.
I mean, I would say if/when this studio gets finished, the pug is still invited.
Maybe we should mic her.
Yeah, there you go.
Put a mic down there and just be like...
Also, if you're a longtime listener of this podcast, our previous pug, Summer, who passed away, we spoke of her. She was our first pug snoring guest of honor. Today would have been her 14th birthday.
Yep. Shout out to Sums.
Her golden birthday, 14 on the 14th.
Yep, you'll be hearing this on the 15th or beyond.
Well, this is the day we're recording it.
Definitely.
Love you, Sums.
Shout out to the pug life.
Summer girl.
Ash, tonight we're going to cover Season 4, Episode 18, A Mare I Can Go Thick.
What?
A Mare I Can Go Thick.
What are you saying?
American Gothic.
A mare I can go thick. Oh my gosh.
I can go thick. A Mare I Can Go Thick.
American Gothic, which is a movie and a book.
I only know of it as a painting.
I know it as a painting, but I thought that. Am I thinking of a different thing?
I don't know.
I don't know. I know the painting, but I thought there was a book and or movie of the same title.
There could be. I mean, it's a title as old as time.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely the painting. It's the farmer one with the
Pitchfork?
pitchfork, yeah.
There is a 1988 film and a 1995 TV series.
All right.
And, I mean, the movie just looks like the painting.
Yeah.
Horror slasher.
I recognize this cover. I mean, I know it looks like the painting, but I recognize seeing it in, like, Blockbuster or something.
Oh, I didn't know it was a movie or a TV series. I just know the old couple. Mm-hmm. And actually, me and you have an iconic photograph, sort of similar.
Yeah, we do.
You're wearing a hat. I have a corncob pipe. and a button nose.
And you were like, let's take a picture like this.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that.
But Ash...
I'm wearing a shirt that I used to really like.
Well, I had my famous Mosh hoodie on.
I know. I think I'm wearing a shirt that it was brown, long sleeves, and I think it had like a cassette tape on it or something.
That's how old we are. Even our shirts had cassette tapes on them.
My shirt... Cassette tapes were old by then, but... You know. I mean, semi-old.
Yeah, probably people's cars still had cassette players in them, though.
Yeah, for sure. And karaoke machines.
To cassettes? Mm-hmm. That's what's up. Ash, we last left off when everyone was in New York City.
Uh-huh.
Elena and Rebecca stole Damon's car.
Yeah.
However, at the beginning of this episode, in the cold open, they are not driving Damon's car.
No.
They're driving a sporty utility vehicle.
I kind of like this car.
Yeah, I believe it was a Ferrari.
Oh, well, never mind.
They had searched 3 cities for Catherine. They're on the hunt for Catherine, Elena and Rebecca. Mm-hmm. They're beefing.
I like that Elena and Rebecca are like, we're going to find Catherine so easy, even though Klaus has been looking for Catherine for hundreds of years. Mm-hmm. And they're like, yeah, we're just going to go find Catherine. And they do, you know, spoilers, but...
They do. Third time.
It's
third
like,
town.
It makes me feel like Klaus is not actually looking for Catherine.
Well, he's definitely not looking for Ty, so
Right.
maybe there's a lot of people he
He's
just
like,
doesn't
I'm
look
just
for.
going to look for you and kill you. And then people are like, yikes, but then he just doesn't do it.
No. Elena is hangry. Mm-hmm. They do exposition where they're at.
I can relate.
Rebecca wants the cure from Catherine. Elena is about to bite a neck in this town, and then the girl calls her Catherine. Like, oh, hey, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Which that's a odd reaction to that.
Yes, they were very surprised.
And then we learn that Catherine has compelled the whole town. Mm-hmm. Everyone knows her except they're compelled to only answer her about her. So Rebecca can talk to this girl, and it's just like, huh, what?
What are you talking about?
But Elena, because she thinks it's Catherine, can
Right.
talk to this girl.
Because they're what, Pete?
Cajoled.
No, but Catherine and Elena.
Oh, doppelgangies.
Yeah. I thought you were going to be like doppelgangers.
Damon and Stefan find Damon's cool car. Elena and Rebecca ditched it.
Yes.
That's why they're in that sporty utility vehicle.
Yeah. And Stefan and Damon are filling up Damon's car with gas.
Right, and so why did they ditch the car? Like, just because it ran out of gas, they couldn't put gas in Damon's car? Or they wanted to be less conspicuous?
Well, they didn't say, but the gas tank was behind the license plate.
Oh, maybe they didn't know.
Maybe they couldn't figure it out. But they don't actually say. But they did. There was like a specific shot of him being like, "Phoom,"
Yeah.
and like, oh, there it is.
I guess it doesn't matter to these ladies. They can compel somebody. They can put gas.
They can leave a car. They don't care.
Maybe they don't have cash.
It did help. I feel like it did help Stefan and Damon find them, though. But I don't know. I think my guess is they probably couldn't figure out how to put gas in it.
They couldn't Google it.
And they were like, we don't have time for this. Let's just take this car.
Yeah. And this car's nicer anyway. It has better air conditioning. Because I'm not old.
More leg room.
More leg room, of course. For these ladies' long legs. Stefan and Damon are searching the spots like Elena and Rebecca. They are all in Willoughby, Pennsylvania. Damon says Rebecca can take the cure and then they can kill her.
Yeah.
But then Elena can't use the cure, but she doesn't want the cure.
I know.
Cure.
They're just talking about what if this person takes it and then this person can't, like, so much.
These bros are on the same page about getting the old Elena back.
So Damon says
They want Elena back. Klaus is shirtless and sweating. He has the white oak ash stake in his back. Allegedly.
Right.
And he's trying to get it out. He dislocates his shoulder even so he can get it out. It's like he's in a saw trap, Ash.
I know, and he's like trying to dig it out with like pruning shears for like bushes and stuff.
Ugh.
Yeah, he's digging into his back so gross for so long.
Caroline walks in on all of it. It was a sort of thorn in the lion's paw scenario.
Yeah, that's true.
However, it's Silas in Caroline's body. And Klaus is like, show me your real face. And I was like, yes.
Do it.
Me and Klaus are on the same page about a lot of stuff.
Yes, show me your real face.
Until you bring me the cure, nothing but misery, Silas says. And then they leave.
And also Silas is like, I can be whoever I want to be. I'm not going to show you my real face. Be tricking your ass.
Yeah, what if he wanted to be Gollum? Then he could. That would at least be halfway to satisfying me.
There you go.
Elena and Rebecca are at the post office. Catherine was there 2 minutes ago. Catherine is there now. She grabs Elena, but then Rebecca whooshes over and pushes her. So really, they go to the post office and Catherine was just at the post office?
Right. Why was Catherine at the post office? We don't know.
No. And why are they like, oh, the post office? Maybe her address was a P.O. box that they were looking at? Because they had a list of addresses, right?
Yeah.
Because they didn't know her aquarium house address. So maybe it was a P.O. box in Willoughby.
Yeah, that makes sense, actually. I never even thought about that.
I'm just thinking about it now.
But then when they're there, Catherine's like to Elena, oh, the perfect place to kill you. And then when Rebecca shows up, she's like, oh, the perfect place to kill you, or like a beautiful place. I'm like, oh, they both think the beautiful place to kill each other is the post office in Willoughby, Pennsylvania.
That's probably some post office commentary.
I think they were referring to like the town being like a cute little town, but they're just at the post office.
People really hate the post office, which there are definitely bad post offices, but the post office is good, and you can send stuff, like people are like, stamps are 55 cents. It's like, okay, that's crazy that it's that cheap still.
Right.
You can get a piece of paper across the country for 55 cents? That's crazy. That shouldn't be. It should be $100.
Don't tell people that.
Post office, don't listen to this.
But would it be a beautiful place to be killed? I don't think so. I wouldn't call a post office a beautiful place. I would say a library is a beautiful place, but not a post office.
Depending on the library. Depending on, what if it was the old post office in D.C.? I'd be killed there.
Yikes. Don't do it.
Don't do it. Don't kill me there. All right. Now they're at a restaurant. Elena is playing it cool about Jeremy dying because her humanity is off. She just casually mentions it to Catherine.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he's dead.
Rebecca stabs Catherine's hand with a fork. Mm-hmm. Catherine has to compel Jolene. Jolene. Rebecca, that's the server. Mm-hmm. Rebecca and Elena are slapping Catherine around. Mm-hmm. They talk about why they want the cure. Catherine wants to kill Klaus.
Oh, yeah. When Catherine says this, she's like, I'm not going to give it No, Catherine's going to kill Klaus. That's what they think. She's like, I'm not going to kill Klaus.
She wants to give
I'm
him
going
the
to
cure.
bargain with him so that I can be free, which is exactly what Stefan said like 4 episodes ago before anyone had ever talked to Catherine.
Stefan Pete-dicted it.
I bet she's just going to bargain with Klaus so she can be free.
Yeah, they were planting that seed early.
Yeah, I mean, it was the exact thing.
Catherine claims she's changed. But Elena and Rebecca take Catherine's phone. She has a date with E.M. At 2 p.m. Elena is going to meet M. You know what? It should have been Tooth Hurdy.
Right.
Because they're vampires.
Because they're vampires.
Uh-huh. All right, real...
Tooth pointy.
Tooth o'clock sharp.
Okay, that works too.
All right, tooth sharp? I don't know. Okay. Real Caroline arrives at Klaus's house. Klaus is mad. He thinks she is Silas.
And she's like basically having the same conversation that Silas had with Klaus. What happened to you? What are you doing?
Did Silas peep Caroline's outfit before he shapeshifted into her? Because aren't they wearing the same outfit?
Wearing the same outfit, yeah.
That's kind of funny. Like, wouldn't Silas just be wearing, like, whatever?
No, yeah, he looks exactly like Caroline.
So he was like, what's Caroline wearing today? Okay. Or does it not work like that? Like, he can just think of Caroline and the magic powers just put him in the clothes she's wearing.
I mean, they don't explain that.
Caroline does exposition. You killed Ty's mother and ran him out of town. And Klaus says, if I die, then Caroline, you, and Tyler die as well.
Right.
So cut the steak out of me with these bloody snipper things.
The shears.
Yeah.
Snippers.
Snip, snip. I thought they were pliers. La pliers.
I don't think so.
They could be hedge clippies.
Or like, I think, actually, you know what I think they were?
What?
Like wire cutters.
Ooh. Stefan and Damon find the stolen product placement car. They don't care what Elena wants. They're going to steal her. Damon is mad now and doesn't like the inhumane Elena.
Right. He wants her to turn her emotions back on, which, hey, that was your fault, Damon.
Mm-hmm.
Which he does try to right his wrongs, though. So I see why he was trying to at least get her to turn her humanity back on. And that would probably be best for Damon anyways, because then she won't be, what do they call it when he controlled her? Sire bond. Mm-hmm. She won't be sired to him anymore, but she will be also more normal vampire Elena than non-emotion vampire Elena. So he doesn't really have good motivation for her to have the cure. Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Yes. Elena is trying to pass as Catherine and gets her jewelry, but not the daylight bracelet. Catherine keeps her daylight bracelet on. Elena keeps her daylight ring on.
Yeah. And what should they have done?
Switch them.
Switched them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she needs the jacket because they all wear jackets all the time.
Yep. And then Catherine always has the highest heel. Whenever you see Catherine for the first time in the scene, they show her usually feet first.
Yep.
And her stilettos.
Or purse first.
We wish.
Elena waits for E.M. Rebecca waits with Catherine. They talk about their pasts. Rebecca jokes that Catherine had to compel the whole town into liking her.
Mm-hmm. This is a similar conversation that Elena had with, who are we talking about? Rebecca. Because Rebecca also doesn't have really any friends. And several people have been like, you don't have any friends. You just bully people into being with you. Mm-hmm. Now, Rebecca's kind of saying the same thing to Catherine. It's like, look in the mirror, girl.
Catherine says Rebecca can't split the cure with Elena. Mm-hmm. Stefan and Damon arrive and are like, where's Elena?
I like that they're not fooled that they think it's Elena. Like, they're like, okay, this is Catherine.
Elijah shows up to meet Catherine, but it's Elena.
Elijah is the EM.
EM, Elijah Michelson. He asks for the cure, and he notices Elena's daylight ring.
Yeah, not the bracelet.
Good to see Elijah.
Oh, yeah. Love Elijah.
I forget where we saw him last, but he's cool.
Yeah, we love Elijah.
And he keeps his word. Klaus is getting the steak taken out. Caroline is being a jerk about it. But there's nothing in there, she says. And Klaus reminds her that she killed 12 witches recently, which this is another No Bonnie episode.
Right.
Caroline wants Ty back in town. Give me your word. Let me get this steak out, which isn't there, and then let Ty come back.
This is a good idea, though, because, like, that's all Caroline wants, and what better leverage for Klaus to be like...
I just took a sip of my one drink thinking it was my other drink.
They are the same color.
Yes. There we go.
That was funny. I don't know what I was saying, whatever, it's fine.
Stefan calls Elijah. Where's Elena? Elijah is mad that Rebecca's with the bros. He doesn't want Rebecca to kill Catherine. And then Elena is hearing all of this, says, "You're both idiots." Elena says Elijah fell for Catherine's trap like all these other guys.
She stays trapping him.
And Elijah can tell Elena has lost her humanity. "Your girlfriend killed my brother."
Yeah, he's like, what's different about you? Oh, you're... But he says it in a more eloquent way. Did you write it down? He doesn't say your humanity switched is off. He's like, you have lost your something.
Humanity. I don't know.
I like the way he said it. But then, yeah, she's like, well, your girlfriend killed my brother. And he is surprised.
Damon, Rebecca, and Catherine are at a house.
The look Pete just gave me about them being in a house is so funny.
The cure, it's the aquarium house. The cure is not in the safe anymore. Catherine's perpetrating like the cure is in the safe.
Oh, oops, it's not here. What happened?
But that's
Weird.
just a fake, because then she even fakes that it's in this aquarium. So she double faked it.
She double faked it. She's always lying.
Where's the cure? It's in the aquarium. I Pete-dicted, and then it happened 1 second later because there was a big aquarium in there.
Full of vervain.
The water is vervain water. Catherine puts Damon's head in the vervain water and grabs the cure, the fake cure. Rebecca's there, though. Catherine throws the cure and runs. Damon's face is all burnt up.
Yeah, she throws the cure and runs because she's trying to get Rebecca to not kill her.
Yeah, which is more important, killing me or getting the cure? Phew!
Yeah, bye.
Pew, 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 pew. Rebecca looks like she's about to take the cure, but then Ash, this mechanism of the cure, looks like she's about to keister it.
To me, I was like, this looks like a tampon. It's so funny because we had the moonstone soap.
Yes.
And now we have
the tampon cure.
Tampon cure. So I thought there was a third thing we said that was funny.
The white oak ash steak.
Oh yeah, the white oak ash steak. Ash steak is just covered in foil.
Yeah, it's or like spray painted or foiled. All right, Rebecca immediately takes the cure and then swoons. So she's like, "I want the cure." Back to Klaus. He can feel the splinters moving towards his heart. I feel like Caroline and Klaus go back and forth every time about the same thing.
Yes.
Like each episode, they're like, "You're evil. Well, you're this. Do we like each other? Well, I would if this wasn't true."
Yeah, they have the same conversation always.
Yeah.
You're right.
I did hear something sort of about that recently.
From where?
Not about this exactly, but about these network shows that have 22 episodes or 26 episodes or whatever. Is that, like, before streaming, and this was early streaming days, before streaming was a big thing, like, people making these shows who are just like, well, no one's going to sit down and watch them straight from episode 1 to episode 22, season 1 through whatever. So, like, if scenes are kind of the same, that's fine. Like, you'll watch this season as it happens, and then there'll be some reruns, and if you just dip into whatever episode, you'll be like, oh yeah, Klaus and Caroline, they do this. Oh, Damon and Elena, they do this.
You'd be able to miss episodes and still get the story?
Yes.
Oh.
Well, I wasn't even thinking that. That's true as well, but what I was saying is, like, after it aired and you were just kind of, or like if you were rewatching or you were just on a Friday night, like, oh, what's on? And you just catch, oh, season 3, oh, what's going on? Oh, they're doing this currently? But your thing makes sense as well. Like any episode you watch, like, oh, what was their dynamic? Oh, this is what's happening. But now, in the age of binging and streaming, and I'm going to watch this, I'm going to watch it all the way through, then it's repetitive.
Right. Yeah, true.
Which probably shows are more cognizant of that now. But back in 2011 or whatever, when people were still getting Netflix DVDs sent to their house, it could be Klaus, oh, what are we going to do for 3 minutes of this episode? Klaus and Caroline can talk about, like,
their same stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's interesting. Times are changing.
We've all tried to kill you, Caroline says. They've all tried to kill Klaus, and Klaus has tried to kill everyone.
Yeah, because Klaus just, like, thinks that he has the right to hunt down Tyler because Tyler tried to kill him. It's like, she's like, we all tried to kill you.
Yeah.
And you tried to kill all of us. Like,
and you successfully killed his mom and some other people.
And it's like, okay, so why just Tyler?
Because of Caroline.
Because of Caroline.
All right. Caroline turns her back on Klaus, and he's right there again. That was funny. You can't turn your back on me.
And then it was like a 360 kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was funny.
All right. Because he was so wrapped up in yelling at Caroline, the pain ended because Caroline took his mind off it.
And he said there was never the stake in his body, that it was just, no, I want to say Elijah, that's wrong. Silas. It was just Silas playing with him, messing with his mind.
Yep. Silas can make people think they're dying.
And Caroline's like, well, if Silas can do that to you, like, what else can he do? No, Silas is scarier to them than they thought.
All right. Rebecca's on the couch, post-swoon. Stefan is mad at Damon. Now Elena will be a vampire just like you wanted. Rebecca comes to. Elijah and Elena are in that archway, that bridge or whatever, that tunnel. He feels bad about Jeremy.
I feel like it's like a gazebo kind of, but it's not. It's like
Elena tells Elijah Catherine is a monster now. But Elijah still believes in Catherine. Elena relates it to herself with Stefan and Damon. Elijah says Elena is compassionate, but she watched her old life burn.
Yeah, Elena, like, quotes Elijah telling her that she was compassionate and that was, like, her best quality. And she's like, well, I burned all that up. I'm done being compassionate.
Yeah, she literally did.
Yep.
Catherine shows up and snaps Elena's neck, and for some reason I wrote, Elijah's like humming-a.
Power move.
Rebecca is awake. She feels good. It was probably some vervain that she snorted or whatever, ate or whatever. Damon says, good, I can kill you now, and then throws a letter opener at her to kill her. If she was human, she'd be dead.
I know.
What a dumb life that she would have had.
It would have been the worst. And everyone, if I was any other vampire that was trying to get this cure, and Rebecca got it, and then she immediately got killed, I'd be mad at Damon. Right. To be like, well, at least let her live, because someone should benefit from the cure, right? And then, yeah, so he was very confident in that letter opener throw.
Real King Saul scenario. Damon's chopping babies in half.
So she catches it
So
with the quickness.
She's still a vampire.
She's sad.
Damon was really about to kill her. The cure was fake. Mm-hmm. Elijah calls Catherine out for killing Jeremy. He's mad about it. He's questioning if she's for real. He doesn't believe her, but he wants to. She needs Elijah to make a deal with Klaus for her. So it does seem like she's using Elijah.
Yeah, because she's like, I can't do it by myself. I need you to do it.
Yeah, but she's like back and forth like, oh, I need you. And then she's like, but for real, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Catherine goes to her friend's house from earlier, the one that was compelled. And she has the package.
In like a ring box or something.
It's the gross cure.
The tampon number 2.
It's her freedom. And then Catherine keisters it. Elijah talks to Catherine. He was right. She wants to find out who she used to be. She can try to kill Klaus with it, but then she'd lose Elijah. She doesn't want that, allegedly.
So she says.
How can he know that that's not a lie, Ash?
Mm-hmm.
She gives him the cure, so he trusts her. That's smart.
Right.
Of her.
And that's the only way that he would now at this point give it to Klaus on her behalf. Because she's being like, oh, you know what? Just do it whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
And
hopefully it's the thing I want.
yeah, she's like, oh, I hope this is convincing you.
All right, Rebecca is watching, asks Elijah for the cure. She wants to be human again. And Elijah's like, what? You want to be human?
Yeah, he's like, are you sure that's going to bring you happiness? But now it's also like, okay, Elijah has the cure and he has to decide between helping Catherine to have freedom or helping his own sister become human, which is what she wants, or something else.
And she wants a simple life, Ash, she says. And Ash, I said they built up this emotional moment with these B-team characters.
Yeah.
Like, that was the climax of this episode, was like, oh, my sister, my brother.
Right.
Like, we haven't seen Elijah in ages.
Mm-hmm.
All right, her phone rings. It's Klaus. She puts Elijah on with Klaus. Elijah's bringing the cure back to Mystic Falls.
Mm-hmm. And Klaus is so glad because Klaus now just wants to give it to Silas so he can stop being tortured.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that makes the most sense and probably will happen is Silas gets it somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Because Silas isn't going to be like, well, all right, see you guys later. I'm just going to go to Nova Scotia or whatever.
Yeah, I'll just let, Klaus hold on to it.
Yeah. I don't think Klaus will die now. So, yeah, I think Silas, who's like the rando of this season, will be gone.
At the end of the season or like next episode?
End of the season or very top of season 5.
Wow.
Come home, brother. We'll settle it like family. Klaus thanks Caroline for helping him. Caroline says, don't call me. Prom is coming.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to have a prom episode. Klaus asks if Caroline is his friend. And she says, are you going to let Ty back into town? And Klaus says, well, I'm not exactly scouring the earth for Ty, which I take it to mean he's like, yeah, he can come back because obviously I'm not like running around looking for him. However, his words are, I'm not scouring the earth for him, but then if he comes back, he'll know where he is.
I know.
And then you can kill him.
Well, Klaus just won't ever just say the full truth. He won't be like, I want you to be my friend and I care about you and you win and I won't kill Tyler.
Yeah, but also he has too much pride to even say I won't kill Ty because he won't even say I won't kill Ty and then Ty comes back and then he kills him.
But he won't even do that because then it means like Caroline wins. So even in his words, he's like, well, I'm not out there scouring the earth.
Yeah.
Very prideful.
Call him the Riddler. The bros are walking to a diner.
Mm-hmm.
They debrief. Damon let Rebecca take the cure.
Mm-hmm. Like Stefan said.
Damon apologizes. They all keep repeating their herstories.
Yeah.
Stefan-
Same mistakes for these bros over and over.
Stefan owes Elena her shot at being normal again. Oh. Then he'll get out of her life. Let's go get the cure, bro. They say. Even if it means Damon will lose Elena.
Mm-hmm.
They walk in the diner and Elena is there. She says she doesn't want the cure. She never will. Even though they just said they need to convince her and that's what they're going to be doing. Accept it or the consequences. Elena jumps up and kills Jolene, perhaps.
Yeah.
The server.
Yeah, because they're like, if you keep trying to do this, there's going to be consequences. And she's like, so you're going to stop? And they're like, no. So then she just immediately kills this human.
And she says she'll keep killing if they don't leave her alone with all that.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And that's the one thing that at least Stefan doesn't want is a bunch of killing.
Right. And now they have to deal with a dead body in Willoughby.
Mm-hmm.
A dead body in Willoughby.
They're pretty good at dealing with dead bodies, so.
Yep.
But yeah, they have to deal with Elena going even more off the rails.
Oh my goodness.
All right, Petey, how many fangs for you?
1.75 fangs.
1.75 fangs.
Pretty high up there, like Elijah over there.
I like Elijah there, too.
Like seeing an aquarium every now and then, even if it didn't have fish in it.
Yeah. I think I agree. I like that they're in different location, switches it up.
Yeah. New York to Willoughby.
Yeah, Willoughby.
Willoughby, Pennsylvania.
By the way, I called you Petey, even though you said, please call me Pete.
Please call me Pete. I do put the PD in Van Petey, though.
That's true. Pete-dictions. Pete-dictions.
A prom is forthcoming.
Yes, we have been foreshadowed.
Bonnie will have to face some sort of retribution for killing those witches. Silas.
Yeah, do you think she's going to drop this veil or what?
I mean, I think the veil is going to be about to be dropped at least. Because Silas has everything he needs except for...
The cure.
The cure? He wants the cure to drop the veil? He has to have that? Oops.
Uh-oh.
So yeah, there'll probably be another one of these situations where everything's coming together and then something happens.
Everything comes together and then something happens is your Pete-diction.
Yeah, like with those 3 pentagrams or whatever.
Uh-huh.
Like, oh, we got
some big spell.
Yeah, we got everything lined up. I mean, it's almost impossible to Pete-dict some of this stuff because it's like, oh, now we just invented 7 new things.
Yeah, it's true.
But they got the 3 massacres.
Pug snores.
They have 7 pug snores. Silas may get the cure. Ooh, maybe he has to turn into his real self to take the cure. That'll be maybe. All right, I'm Pete-dicting that. Like, I now have to drop the veil. And
You just want him to look so gross.
well, whatever they can do on this network television show.
You want him to be as gross as possible looking?
Yeah, you don't see that many gross-looking people in these shows. Right?
Yep. And do you think Elena's going to keep killing? Like she said?
I don't know. At some point, she's going to have her humanity turned back on.
All right, that's a big Pete-diction. And then do you think Catherine and Elijah are true love?
No, she's gonna do.
Relax.
She's gonna do something. I was gonna be like, I knew it, and then Catherine's gonna be like, well, but actually, you never gave me a chance, so I had to do this. And then Elijah's gonna be like, just go. I'll speak to my brother.
And do you think Tyler's going to come back?
Yeah,
Okay.
I do think he'll be back at some point.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Well, that's it.
Ash
search for the you personally. No.
Okay, yep.
These are the plugs. Search for the Mythos Passageways book. I have a short story in there. It's modern, or not even modern. It's retellings of fairy tales and myths. I have a story about Sisyphus in there. Look at Horror from the High Dive, volumes 1 and 2.
Yeah, and Pete, it's the first day of summer vacation for lots of people, so what should we be reading in the summer?
In the summer, check out the Happenstances series. They're quick summer fun time comedy books. Just search for Peter L. Harmon, the Happenstances series.
Duh.